In today's video, we're going to be changing the timing belt on the Vauxhall Ecotec 1.6 and 1.8 engine, fitted to many Astras, Insignias and other models. I'll take you through the process step by step, so let's get started. First up, we need to get that big airbox out of the way. Unclip the wiring harness on the airflow sensor and disconnect the air pipe, and then the airbox will pop off the rubber grommets. There is a little hose at the front that will also need just popping out of the box. Then you'll find that you've got plenty of space for the top timing cover, 2 small Torx bolts, one at either side, and then we can see the cam belt straight away. We will need to remove the engine mounting, but more on that later. So we need to go underneath first. If we remove the road wheel and then the front cover inner wheel arch liner, there's 3 clips at the top. These need popping out. Then the additional plastic clips at the top of the inner wheel arch liner, and then there are 3 Torx bolts along the bumper. Just take note of the routing of the belt, and then it's just a case of releasing the tensioner. So using a 19mm crank spanner, we can release the tension, then remove the belt. Once this is done, we can undo the female Torx bolt on the tensioner and totally remove the tensioner. And now we can remove the bottom pulley. Just if you get a decent impact gun on the bolt, that will remove that nice and easily, and then remove the remaining Torx bolts on the cam belt cover, and then we can expose the remainder of the timing belt. It is at this stage that we need to align timing belt marks. There is a clear mark that you can see here. There's a cutout on the pulley and then a marking on the engine block. Just line these up, and then I would always recommend putting a Tipex mark across these, including the timing belt, and likewise do the same at the top. There's a couple of dimples at the top on the cam pulleys. These should align up together. They didn't look quite perfect on this. The vehicle was on the original belt, so this is how we're going to fit it. And if these marks are on the outer side of the cams, then you just need to turn the crankshaft another full revolution and they will meet up like so. Don't forget to mark the pulleys, the back plates and the timing belt. You can now safely support the engine and remove the engine mounting like so, and then the bracket at the back will also need removing. Just the 3 bolts and it will lift away, and then there is a little cover that you can see at the back. This just unclips and will need removing. It is a little bit difficult to show you where the clips are, but they're definitely there, and it will just pop off. And then once you've got this out of the way, you will have full access to the timing belt. You might be wondering why we put the marks on the cam belt when we have the timing marks on the engine. Well, I always like to duplicate these marks on the new belt, and then when we put the new belt on, we know that everything is going to align as it did when it was removed. So once we've got to this stage, it's just a case of removing all of the guides and tensioner. Just take note with the tensioner, as there is a slot on the back of the engine where it fits. And now the belt can be removed. Just be aware that when you remove the belt, the pulleys may move slightly. Now it's time to refit the new tensioner and guide. Just make sure that the spring slots into the back of the engine before you tighten the bolt. You will notice on the tensioner that there's an Allen key fitting. This is for the adjustment of the tensioner. It is spring loaded, so there's no need to manually adjust the tensioner, and you can see it in operation here. If you remember earlier, we said that we was going to duplicate the marks on the belt. Well, we've done that, and as you can see, so that when we put the new belt on, it goes in exactly the same place. starting at the crankshaft and working anti-clockwise around the tensioner, around the inlet camshaft and then the exhaust camshaft. You might need somebody to help with this because it is very tight going back on. Ensure throughout that those Tipex marks are aligned as before. And then when you finally got the belt back on, turn the crankshaft 2 full revolutions, and then you will find that all of your marks only on the pulleys and the back plates will align perfectly, as you can see. And all that remains to do now is rebuild everything in reverse order. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section and I'll do my very best to help. I hope this video has given you the confidence to do the job. All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. This has been How to Fix It. And if you want to watch some more great Vauxhall videos, why not check these out? And we'll see you over there in a click.